too loud. That is why we had to call all those involved, all stakeholders, all that are part and parcel of this initiative to come forward and explain to the National Assembly what the positions are. And I feel the Ministry of Finance is very critical, very crucial in this exercise. Because from what we gather, there are issues that have to do with finances as one of the reasons that has stagnated the progress in this sector. So I think we are not going to take it lightly that our invitation for very important interactive sessions such as this, where the Minister of Finance will play a vital role in clearing some of the bottlenecks, some of the issues that may not be known to the Parliament, to fail to come, I feel it's not fair on us, and it's not fair on the country. And I want to use this opportunity on behalf of the members of the committee of both houses. We are going to contact the Minister of Finance to find out why they have not honored this invitation. They really must have to appear before this Senate and House of Rep committee to give their own part of the story. Meanwhile, we allow the Minister to take on the floor as the Minister of Solid Minerals, who doubles as co-chair of the Presidential Task Force on Ajaokuta. Honourable Minister.
It's just inexplicable for a country that is facing serious economic problems, and for those who are the live wire of revamping the economy are not committed to a project like this. Solid Minerals today is just the live wire of changing the depression that we are faced today.
Yes.
Today we are faced with serious problem of insecurity emanating from millions of graduates who have no job, and we are here to discuss a key sector of the economy that will help to galvanize socio-economic development. And those who are supposed to be here are not here. But now, Mr. Chairman and Co-Chairman, whatever decisions or discussions you're having here, to me, I don't see how we can have any headway. When the Minister of Finance is not here, she's not even represented here. It's like, this is executive rascality. When you call a meeting of this nature that will help to look at the key sector, that will help our government and help our nation, and those who are responsible for it are not here. Now, Mr. Chairman, I wonder what the minister will be saying when the finance minister is not here and the CBN Governor is not here either. To me, Mr. Chairman, I don't know what you want to achieve with this kind of a gathering. It is inexplicable. You're talking about unemployment, you're talking about diversifying the economy, and the one that God has given to us is solid minerals. It is key to our nation. It is the solution to multifaceted problem confronting our nations. Our nation today is bleeding. Bleeding because of large army of unemployed people, insecurity. It is not the making of this government. The president gave assurance several times about Iron and Steel Complex being rehabilitated. And I want to commend the Minister of Solid Minerals. You have been here twice or thrice, attending meetings with us. Now, if the Finance Minister is not here and the CBN Governor is not here, then tell me what will be the outcome of our resolution. To me, Mr. Chairman, I don't think this meeting is even necessary if these two key people are not here. They are the people who will drive whatever decision we are taking here. And if they are not here, they owe the Nigerian nation, the CBN Governor, Mr. Emefiele, and the Minister of Finance, what's her name? Zainab. They owe the Nigerian nation why they are not here. This is the most important sector of the economy today. This is the most important ministry that we should face. Solid minerals to diversify and create jobs for people. And they are not here. And look, just imagine, the CBN is not even represented here. CBN is represented. Where is it? What about the finance minister? She's not here. So to me, Mr. Chairman, we are just wasting time sitting down here. I'm sorry to say this. If they are not here, what will be who will drive home our resolution? There's a limit to which the two ministers can go, because they are your colleagues, and there's an next time you can speak to them. We who are here, we are representing our people. We will speak the language of the man on the street to them to understand that some people are suffering, some people have no work, some people are waking up every morning, they don't know what to do. If Iron and Steel Complex is working today, Mr. Chairman, if only God knows the thousands of people that be working there. I was in Iron and Steel Complex 2 years ago with Yakubu. I saw what you people did. You use the local materials you have to construct a crusher, and I was amazed. Now, Mr. Chairman, I think we should face the reality as to whether we want to work for this country or want to be deceiving Nigerian people. If we really want to help this country, these two men, these two agencies, the CBN, the Minister of Finance, they should be seated here and they should answer questions. What is the problem? Why is it that Iron and Steel Company is not working? All the talking that be taking place here is just theories. As long as those two people are not here to give commitment to it, I so submit, Mr. Chairman.
Just one of the clarifications. This is one of the most crucial interactive sessions we are having this quarter. And this involves different ministries and departments on issues that are very critical to this country. It is really very disheartening to find that the ministry that is central to the solution of the problem we have in the country. And there is no any apology whatsoever with regard to the absence of that ministry. And what is most disheartening is the fact that every Nigerian is looking up to the reactivation of Ajaokuta as the one-stop solution to our myriad of problems, economic, employment-wise, and what have you. So I feel rather than adjourn for now, having seen the efforts of the ministry, the ministers and the Parliament Secretary and other MDS have come to honor this invitation, I am of the view that my colleagues should please look again to see if we can allow the Honourable Minister to make his own submission. We'll be able to have, I think, even one or two things that are bedeviling that industry. However, I'm also of the opinion that we have to, if I may use the legal words of the Minister of Finance, to be with us here on the Governor of Central Bank date to be agreed upon by honorable members. I feel it will be more beneficial, more rewarding that we know, because everybody is worried about the stagnation in that industry. The delay in the reactivation of Ajaokuta is part of Mr. President's efforts in every respect. So I plead with my colleagues to see if it's possible to allow the Honourable Minister make his own submission. We would have some information, and then before we adjourn, direct the Minister of Finance and Governor of Central Bank must be here, because part of the major reason why Ajaokuta has not taken off is finance. And some of us have certain classified information as regards why it has not taken off because of finance. And people who are in a position to explain the reason why Mr. President's directive has not been carried out with logical conclusion are not here. So, what is it is your wish? The Honourable Minister can briefly give us some information about the problem.
Mr. Chairman.
If you feel otherwise, you can sorry.
Thank you. Distinguished Chair, without prejudice to your plea, the Minister and the Minister of State were with us during the last oversight to the complex. And we here and the ministry are on the same page. What is very necessary is to have the Minister of Finance to get to understand and appreciate the fact that given the enormous and immense investment that the nation has made in the Ajaokuta Steel Complex, and that how that investment is lying waste, and that given the fact that this complex, has high prospects, for the economy and industrial take-up of the country. To again allow the minister to present his position in the absence of the Minister of Finance, who ought to hear and understand the issues from the standpoint of the ministry, and then with our own position, their absence would be like me here clapping with one hand. And to that extent, we don't have issues with the position of the ministry. We have issues that we are privy to that needs clarification from the Minister of Finance. And to that extent, I would want to reverse the plea to the chair that you agree with us to allow the Minister of Finance to be in attendance at the meeting to make for a more constructive and that the decision and the resolution will be such that will meet our collective. Thank you.
Allow the minister to say one of these things because it sounds the actual presentation will be determined at the date decided by the joint committee.
This meeting is the second time it's taking place. At the last time, in the Ministry of Finance was represented and the meeting was called off. The SGF was represented, the meeting was called off. So why they are not here today, please let's give them a benefit of the doubt and to ask them. I will say that. But also, I beg to differ because it's easy to make Minister of Finance or Minister of Finance a whipping boy. I put the case back right now.
Was the chairman point of order? I would like the Honorable Minister to speak for the Honorable Minister and not.
The case back at the National Assembly. Let us ask ourselves, with the passion that is displayed in this room today, how much has the National Assembly committed to Ajaokuta since I've been a minister? It's 2 years now. We get a paltry sum in our ministry, we get the list, and the National Assembly actually is in charge of appropriation.
The more reason why the minister should be here.
You see,
the more reason why the Minister of Finance should be here. Don't put that blame on the.
No, I'm not putting any blame, sir. If you have appropriated money for us,
we don't appropriate. We are made what you brought. You people bring the executive. You present the budget.
Well, as I've seen situations. Sorry, sir, to say this. I've seen situations where the National Assembly overrides. It happens in our budget all the time. If there is something that is, of course, very passionate and important to the National Assembly, they insert into the budget, despite what the executive presents. That has never happened. And without presenting, we all know what the case is. Why Ajaokuta has not taken off. It's funding. I'm sure if the Minister of Finance comes there, she will say a bit. But I will implore the National Assembly, the two committees, that, well, there's another opportunity coming up shortly. Please let us be funded properly in the appropriation. Then it will be a lot easier for me as a colleague to hold the Minister of Finance. Right now, there is nothing in the appropriation for me to hold that.
He should be held responsible.
I submit.
That's why we want her to be here.
That's why she should be here.
So that she can help you and I on the process. Before we see the budget, it comes from the executive. And you have to liaise with the Honorable Minister of Finance to tell them your priorities first. So that you can have it in your budget before it comes. You can't serve this nation.
If they can't serve this nation, and you have a good reason not to be here. Why are you always here? So minister, you summon them, they'll be sending their lieutenant to come here. We are not asking to give us it. Let us discuss Nigeria, will not come. Later they will be accusing Nigerian government didn't do well. Whereas there are people who have been given appointment to serve this nation. Next time they don't come, we have instruments to compel them to come, including the CBN Governor. You are employed to serve Nigerian people. You have every reason to come. If they don't come next time, we'll use all the powers that we have to drag them here.
It's an executive affair. I'm sorry to say this. That is not the best way to make appropriations for budget. Because if you find in all these years, effort has come from the Ministry of Finance. And the only power the Assembly has to increase is only 5%. How can we appropriate? So the burden is on the part of the executive. Sit together, see what you need, see what is necessary, bring whatever amount you want. The Assembly can appropriate. This committee is very, very powerful. It's a committee that is joined Senate and House of Representatives, and I believe whatever we say here is representative of the views of the Parliament. And for this reason, I cannot but agree with the views of my colleagues that for this interactive session to make meaning, for us to find solutions, for us to know the real issues, I think this meeting should be postponed. And a date to be fixed in the nearest future and to be mandatory for both the ministries and the Governor of Central Bank. We are saying this because we know how Mr. President is passionate, is concerned about the reactivation of Ajaokuta. And if at any point in time or at any stage, Mr. President's initiative and expectation is not being met, and we as Parliament, who can ensure that everyone falls in line, if we don't do, I think we are doing disservice to the oath we have sworn to the people of this country. So on this reason, I want to call for a member to move for the adjournment. But before then, can we fix a date for the meeting or introduction session, or can we wait and meet together and fix another date?
Mr. Chairman, I want to create your indulgence, gentlemen, that because of our experience with the two principal officers, I think it is good you write them, give them long notice, if possible with admin pressure when they can agree the two of them can discuss. I think the Minister of Finance and the CBN Governor. So there's no excuse because they must come here. They must come here and sit down while the Minister is speaking, so that we can know where the problem of this sector is. So there's no reason to. It doesn't make sense to fix them to give excuse. Let us give them the long look to pull. Then the two of them, the Minister of Finance and CBN Governor, agree together when they, if it's on Sunday, you want us to meet. I know parliamentarians will want to come. We will come on Sunday. We will leave church. We will come here on Sunday to discuss Nigeria. So let the representative of the CBN Governor tell the CBN Governor he has always been dodging Parliament invitation. Tell him when it's free. If it's on Sunday, we will leave church. We will come here on Sunday to discuss Nigeria. And the Minister of Finance will not put it on Friday. If you want it on Sunday, we will sacrifice Sunday service. We will come here and sit down. The chairman is a Muslim, the House chairman is a Muslim. We who are Christians, we will beg Christ to give us ours. We will come here. So we will come here on Sunday and discuss this sector. That is the truth. We will come here and discuss Nigeria.
Thank you, distinguished Senator. Let me call on Senator Bullis to move the motion for adjournment.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
But before then, I think we would have to meet with the chairman and decide on a more convenient date, which will be communicated to both ministers and all others concerned. Honorable Godes here, maybe. Thank you. Honorable. Sorry, before you move.